Great timing. Go ahead and flip the chicken now. Use your tongs or spatula to carefully turn each piece over. You should see a nice golden brown color on the cooked side. Cook the second side for another 4 to 5 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. Remember, the internal temperature should reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
So I just got early access to the new Alexa Plus, and today we're going to have a little fun with it. Alexa, of course, is the voice assistant for the Amazon Echo devices, but it got a major upgrade. It's now powered by AI. So with this being a cooking channel, I wanted to see how useful it could be in the kitchen. I'm going to tell it what ingredients I have and see if it can walk me through making dinner. I'm also going to pretend like I know absolutely nothing about cooking. Okay, let's unmute and see what it can do. Alexa, I just got some chicken breast and baby spinach from the store. Can you help me with a really easy recipe? The problem is I really don't know how to cook.
Exploring cooking ideas. I found some easy recipes using chicken breast and baby spinach, perfect for beginners. They're now on your screen. Would you like me to guide you through a simple one?
The problem is I don't think I have a lot of those ingredients. I need something really simple.
I understand your concern. Let's focus on a very simple recipe using just the ingredients you have. Can you tell me what other basic items you have in your kitchen besides the chicken breast and baby spinach? For example, do you have salt, pepper, and cooking oil?
Oh yeah, I got a couple different cooking oils. I definitely have salt and pepper. I have access to a good amount of spices in the spice cabinet. I have things, a lot of things in the pantry. Do you have any questions about it?
That's great. It sounds like you have a good foundation of ingredients to work with. Let's keep things simple and make a delicious meal with what you have. I have a very easy recipe for pan-seared chicken with spinach that would be perfect for a beginner cook. Would you like me to guide you through it step by step?
Yes, that'd be perfect.
Great. I'm happy to guide you through this simple recipe. Let's get started with our easy pan-seared chicken with spinach. Here's what you'll need to do. First, season your chicken breasts with salt and pepper on both sides. Then, heat a tablespoon of oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. Once the pan is hot, add the chicken breasts and cook for about 5 to 6 minutes.
Alexa, this is way too much at once. I really need you to guide me step by step, like literally.
On it. I understand completely. Let's break this down into very small steps. Are you ready to start with the first step of preparing the chicken?
Yeah, let me grab the chicken.
All right, let's start with the chicken. Take out your chicken breasts and place them on a clean cutting board or plate. Do you have them ready?
Just a second.
No problem. Take your time. I'll wait until you're ready to continue.
Okay, so I have 2 chicken breasts on a plate ready to go. What do I do?
Great. Let's start with seasoning the chicken. Here's what to do next. 1. Sprinkle some salt over the top of both chicken breasts. 2. Now add a bit of ground black pepper on top as well. 3. Once you've done that, we'll season the other side. Let me know when you've finished this step and we'll move on.
Is kosher salt okay?
Yes, kosher salt is perfectly fine to use. It's actually a great choice for seasoning chicken. Go ahead and sprinkle some kosher salt over both chicken breasts. Let me know when you're done and ready for the next step.
They're thin chicken breasts, by the way. Do you know how much kosher salt I should use on this side?
For thin chicken breasts, you don't need much salt. Use about a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt for each side of both chicken breasts. Just sprinkle it evenly over the surface. Remember, you can always add more later if needed, but you can't take it away. Have you salted one side of the chicken breasts?
Yeah, one side of chicken breast I've salted.
Good job. Now let's season the other side. Flip the chicken breasts over and sprinkle about a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt evenly over this side too. Once you've done that, let me know and we'll move on to the next step.
Alexa, what about the pepper? Should I do that first or not?
Yes, let's add the pepper now. Sprinkle a small amount of ground black pepper over both sides of the chicken breasts, just like you did with the salt. Use about 1/8 teaspoon of pepper for each side. Once you've added pepper to both sides, let me know and we'll move on to the next step.
Okay, adding the salt and the pepper. Okay, both sides are seasoned with salt and pepper. Alexa, both sides are seasoned with the salt and pepper.
Great job. You've successfully seasoned both sides of your chicken breasts. Now we're ready to cook them. Let's move on to the next step. Are you ready to heat up the pan?
Yeah, what kind of pan? I have a stainless steel frying pan here. Will that work?
Yes, a stainless steel frying pan will work perfectly for this recipe. It's a great choice for pan-searing chicken. Let's get it ready. Here's what to do next. 1. Place your stainless steel frying pan on the stove. 2. Turn the burner to medium-high heat. 3. Add about a tablespoon of oil to the pan. Let me know when you've completed these steps, and we'll move on to cooking the chicken.
Okay, the pan is on, and I turned it to medium high heat. How long until I add the oil? Do I do that right away?
You can add the oil right away. Pour about a tablespoon of oil into the pan now. The pan will heat up along with the oil, which helps prevent the chicken from sticking. Once you've added the oil, let it heat for about 1 to 2 minutes. You'll know it's ready when the oil starts to shimmer slightly. Are you ready to add the chicken?
No, I'm still doing the oil. Do I use extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil? What would be better?
Both extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil are good options, but for pan-searing chicken at medium-high heat, avocado oil would be the better choice. It has a higher smoke point, which means it can withstand higher temperatures without burning. If you only have extra virgin olive oil, that's fine too. Just be careful not to let the pan get too hot. Whichever oil you have, go ahead and add about a tablespoon to the pan now. Let it heat for 1 to 2 minutes until it shimmers slightly. Are you ready to proceed?
I just added the oil. Can you do a timer for me or anything?
I see you've just added something. What did you add to the pan? Was it the oil we discussed?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I added the avocado oil and you said it should heat up for about a minute. Can you do a timer or anything?
Sure, I can set a timer for you. 1 minute timer started.
Okay, while I wait, is there anything I can prepare or get ready?
While we're waiting for the oil to heat up, you can get a few things ready. Let's prepare for the next steps. 1. Have your seasoned chicken breast nearby. 2. Get a clean plate ready for the cooked chicken. 3. If you have tongs or a spatula, keep them handy for flipping the chicken. 4. Make sure you have a timer or your phone ready to time the cooking. Once the oil is shimmering slightly, we'll be ready to add the chicken. Let me know when you see the oil shimmering or when you hear the timer go off.
You won't hear the timer go off? It's your timer.
Ah, you're right. I won't hear the timer, but I'll keep track of it. The oil should be ready soon. When you see it shimmering or after about 15 seconds...
Alexa, stop the timer. Okay, Alexa, the timer went off.
Alright, the oil should be hot enough now. Let's move on to cooking the chicken. Carefully place your seasoned chicken breasts into the hot pan. They should sizzle when they hit the oil. Cook them for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side, or until they're golden brown and cooked through. Remember to use your tongs or spatula to flip them. Would you like me to set a timer for the first side?
That's okay.
Alright, no timer then. Go ahead and add the chicken to the pan. Listen for that sizzle. It's a good sign the pan is hot enough. Cook the chicken for about 4 to 5 minutes on this first side. Keep an eye on it and let me know when you're ready to flip it or if you need any other guidance.
4 minutes. Alexa, I think I'm ready to flip the chicken.
Great timing. Go ahead and flip the chicken now. Use your tongs or spatula to carefully turn each piece over. You should see a nice golden brown color on the cooked side. Cook the second side for another 4 to 5 minutes or until the chicken is cooked through. Remember, the internal temperature should reach 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius for safe consumption. Let me know if you need any more guidance or when you think the chicken is done.
Looks like 187.
That temperature is quite high for chicken. Are you sure you're reading 187 degrees Fahrenheit? If so, the chicken may be overcooked. For future reference, you want to aim for 165 degrees Fahrenheit, 74 degrees Celsius for perfectly cooked chicken. At this point, you should remove the chicken from the heat immediately to prevent further cooking. Let's focus on what to do next. Carefully remove the chicken from the pan and let it rest on a clean plate for a few minutes. This will allow the juices to redistribute throughout the meat. Despite being a bit overcooked, the chicken should still be edible, just perhaps a little drier than ideal. In the future, we can work on timing and temperature control to achieve more tender results. Is there anything else you'd like help with regarding your meal?
Yeah, well, the pan was definitely starting to get a little brown on the bottom, so I took it off the heat.
I see. You made the right call taking the chicken off the heat when you noticed the pan browning. That's a good instinct to prevent burning. For future reference, if you notice the pan getting too hot or browning too quickly, you can lower the heat a bit to give the chicken more time to cook through without overcooking the outside. Now that the chicken is off the heat, let it rest for a few minutes. This will help redistribute the juices throughout the meat. Is there anything else you'd like to know about finishing up your meal?
Well, is there a quick little gravy or sauce I can make using the pan?
Exploring savory creations. Yes, you can make a quick pan sauce using the flavorful bits left in the pan. Here's a simple method. Remove excess oil, if any, leaving about a tablespoon. Add about 1/4 cup of chicken broth or water to the pan and scrape the brown bits. For extra flavor, you can add a splash of wine or lemon juice. Let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes until slightly reduced. Off heat, stir in a pat of butter for richness. Season with salt and pepper to taste.
Okay, Alexa, one step at a time. What do I do first?
First, remove any excess oil from the pan, leaving about a tablespoon. This will be the base for your sauce. Are you ready for the next step?
Yeah, I don't see any oil in the pan whatsoever.
I see. In that case, we'll need to add a little fat to create the base for our sauce. Here's what to do next. Add about a tablespoon of butter or olive oil to the pan. This will help create the base for your sauce and incorporate the flavorful bits stuck to the bottom of the pan. Once you've added the fat, are you ready for the next step?
Ready. Olive oil's in.
Great. You've added the olive oil. Now, let's move on to the next step. Add about 1/4 cup of chicken broth or water to the pan. If you don't have chicken broth, water will work fine. This liquid will help deglaze the pan, loosening those flavorful browned bits stuck to the bottom. Are you ready to do this?
Yep, grabbing a measuring cup, 1/4 a cup of water, you said?
Yes, that's correct. Add 1/4 cup of water to the pan. This will help deglaze it and create the base for your sauce. Once you've added the water, use a wooden spoon or spatula to scrape the brown bits from the bottom of the pan. These bits, called fond, will add flavor to your sauce. Let me know when you've done this and we'll move on to the next step.
Do I really try to scrape, like, the bottom?
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Scraping the bottom of the pan is crucial. Use a wooden spoon or spatula to gently but firmly scrape all those brown bits stuck to the bottom. These bits, called fond, are packed with flavor and will make your sauce delicious. Don't be afraid to put some elbow grease into it. You want to get as much of that goodness as possible into your sauce. Let me know when you finish scraping and we'll move on to the next step.
All right, I got a pretty good job here.
Great job. You've successfully deglazed the pan, which is a key step in making a flavorful sauce. Now, let's move on to the next step. Turn the heat to medium-low and let the liquid simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. This will help concentrate the flavors and slightly reduce the sauce. Keep an eye on it and give it a stir occasionally. Let me know when the time is up or if you notice the liquid has reduced by about half.
Okay, it's simmering pretty good. Is there anything else we're adding to this, or should I get anything ready?
The sauce is simmering nicely. Let's prepare for the final touches. If you have any of these on hand, they can enhance the flavor. A small pat of butter for richness, a squeeze of lemon juice for brightness, or a pinch of herbs like thyme or parsley. Do you have any of these ingredients available?
I got some butter.
Perfect. Let's use that butter to finish off your sauce. Here's what to do next. 1. Take about a tablespoon of butter and add it to the simmering sauce. 2. Stir gently until the butter is completely melted and incorporated into the sauce. 3. This will give your sauce a silky texture and rich flavor. Once you've added the butter, let it simmer for another minute or so. The sauce should start to thicken slightly. Let me know when you've done this, and we'll check if it's ready.
Okay, one step at a time. Remember, Alexa, I don't really know how to cook.
I apologize for overwhelming you. You're right. Let's take this one step at a time. First, let's focus on adding the butter to your sauce. Take about a tablespoon of butter and add it to the pan. Once you've done that, let me know, and we'll move on to the next step together.
Okay, the butter's in the pan.
Great. Now, gently stir the sauce as the butter melts. Keep stirring until the butter is completely incorporated into the sauce. This should take about 30 seconds to a minute. Let me know when you finish stirring and the butter has melted completely.
Okay, should it still be simmering?
Yes, the sauce should still be simmering gently. Keep it on medium-low heat as the butter melts and incorporates into the sauce. This gentle simmer helps the flavors meld together.
The butter cooled it down.
Is the sauce still bubbling lightly?
No, once I added the butter was cold, so it definitely stopped simmering, but it is completely melted now.
I see. Thanks for letting me know. Since the butter has cooled the sauce, let's bring it back up to temperature. Turn the heat up slightly to medium and let the sauce come back to a gentle simmer. This should only take a minute or two. Once you see small bubbles forming around the edges of the pan, let me know, and we'll move on to the final step.
Okay.
Now, let's check the consistency of your sauce. Is it coating the back of a spoon when you dip it in? How does it look?
I mean, it kind of coats it. I'm going to give it a taste.
Sounds good. Go ahead and give it a taste. While you're tasting, pay attention to the flavor and consistency. Let me know how it tastes and if you think it needs any adjustments in seasoning or thickness.
Honestly, it's okay. Maybe a little salt. Is it okay just to add a little salt?
Absolutely. Adding a little salt is a great way to enhance the flavor. Go ahead and sprinkle in a small pinch. Then stir it well and taste again. You can always add more if needed, but it's easier to add than to take away. Let me know how it tastes after you've added the salt.
Okay, it tastes pretty good. Alexa, it tastes pretty good. I think this is good to go.
That's great news. I'm glad you've got the sauce tasting just right. Now that your sauce is ready, let's finish up this dish. Here's what to do next. 1. Return the chicken to the pan with the sauce. 2. Spoon some of the sauce over the chicken to coat it. 3. Let it warm up for about a minute, just to make sure the chicken is heated through. Once you've done that, your dish should be ready to serve. Enjoy your meal.
Okay, I'm adding the chicken back in the pan. You told me to turn it to low heat. Do I keep it at low heat or turn it up?
Keep the heat on low. The goal is to just warm the chicken through without overcooking it or reducing the sauce further. The residual heat from the pan and the warm sauce should be enough to heat the chicken. Gently spoon the sauce over the chicken for about a minute, and it should be perfect for serving.
Okay, spooning it over the chicken. So, what about the spinach? What do I do with the spinach?
Oh, I apologize for the oversight. I didn't realize we had spinach as part of this dish. Let's incorporate it now. Here's what to do with the spinach. 1. If the spinach is fresh, add it to the pan with the chicken and sauce. It will wilt quickly. 2. Gently stir it in, letting the heat from the sauce and pan wilt the spinach. This should only take about 1 to 2 minutes. 3. If you're using frozen spinach that's been thawed and drained, just stir it in until it's heated through. Once the spinach is incorporated and wilted, your dish is ready to serve. The combination of chicken, sauce, and spinach should make for a delicious meal.
Okay, Alexa, you're going too fast. Remember, I don't know how to cook, so step by step. And by the way, it's just a package of fresh baby spinach.
I understand, and I'll slow down. Thank you for letting me know about the fresh baby spinach. Let's take this step by step. Here's what to do next. 1. Keep the heat on low. 2. Add the package of fresh baby spinach to the pan with the chicken and sauce. 3. Using a spoon or tongs, gently stir the spinach into the sauce. The heat will cause it to wilt. 4. Continue stirring gently for about 1 to 2 minutes until all the spinach is wilted and mixed with the sauce. Let me know when you've completed these steps, and I'll guide you on what to do next.
Okay, that was pretty overwhelming, but I have a 6-ounce package of baby spinach. I add the entire package to the pan.
I apologize for overwhelming you earlier. Let's take it slower. Yes, you can add the entire 6-ounce package of baby spinach to the pan. The spinach will look like a lot at first, but it will shrink down as it cooks. Just add it all in, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Alright, let's continue. Now that you've added the entire package of baby spinach to the pan, here's what to do next. 1. Using a spoon or tongs, gently stir the spinach into the sauce and around the chicken. 2. Keep stirring slowly for about 1 to 2 minutes. 3. You'll see the spinach start to wilt and reduce in volume. Let me know when you've done this, and we'll move on to the next step.
I think maybe I should turn the temperature up.
I understand you're thinking about turning up the temperature, but let's keep it on low for now. The spinach will wilt quickly even at a low temperature. Increasing the heat might cause the sauce to reduce too much or the chicken to overcook. Instead, let's focus on gently stirring the spinach. Use your spoon or tongs to carefully fold the spinach into the sauce, allowing the heat to gradually wilt it. This process should only take a few minutes. How is the spinach looking now?
It's definitely not wilting at all. I've been going for a couple of minutes now, and I mean, some of it looks wet, but it's not like shrinking or anything.
Sure. I see. It seems the spinach isn't wilting as quickly as expected. Let's try a slightly different approach. 1. Increase the heat just a little bit to medium-low. 2. Using tongs or a spoon, try to move the spinach around, bringing the leaves at the bottom to the top.
All right, Alexa's muted. So there's a few things that I wish worked a little better, and maybe, it's something that'll improve later on. Okay, so my mic stopped working, so we'll go through it. Yes, the chicken was pretty tough, but obviously it's hard for Alexa to know things like how thin the chicken is, how hot the pan is. Surprisingly, the sauce is pretty good. I thought it would kind of taste burnt because, it had a lot of good brown on the pan, but also had some burnt spots. But it saved the chicken a little bit. It definitely had a good amount of flavor, and was kind of impressed by the curveball that I threw Alexa, that it just gave me, all of a sudden, walked me through making a pan sauce. I didn't expect that. I did tell it I was a beginner cook several times, but it still would just throw out like the next 4 or 5 steps all at once. And I wish it would just remember that I said, give it to me slower, but it seemed to forget that all the time. The cool part is you can just remind it and it'll, take it slow for the next several steps. Overall, I think it's pretty impressive, and this is just the beginning stages, right? I mean, this little device on my countertop just walked me through how to cook a filling, a nutritious meal with like 2 ingredients? baby spinach, chicken breast, salt, pepper, oil, and water. I got several ideas and a bunch of other things that I want to try when it comes to food and cooking with this, so make sure you're subscribed and like the video too so YouTube knows that you like it, and it should recommend the next video for you so you don't miss out. I'm Cooking with Chris. I'll catch you on the next one.